Previously on Vagabonds.
You are a horrible, horrible man.
Bad Bo!
You know, I think I have a little bit of that thing, post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, that's it.
So, you're okay with sacrificing children?
I mean, some of them were adults.
This is where we reveal that we're actually writing a dissertation that's a critique on American capitalism.
And I'm gonna take my knife and just disembowel him. But there's blood everywhere, and everyone slips on the blood. It's a blood party!
Guys, I really miss Dr. Parsnip. What do you think she's doing back on the ship? Do you think she misses me?
No.
Do you think she's worried when I leave?
No.
Why are you so mean, Bo?
Welcome back to The Roll Less Taken. I'm Graham, the MC, and I am joined once again by my three elevator music aficionado friends.
I'm Mike, and I play Bo.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I play Io Jewel, and yeah, I'm just leaving it there.
Hi, I'm Perry, and I play Jane. Teddy Bear Jane. I forgot my character's name for a minute. I got confused with my other campaign.
Oh.
I forgot what
I almost
game
said
we were
my other
playing for a
character's
minute.
name. This would be a very different show if I was playing my other character.
So you guys, we are playing a weave.
A weave.
We are playing Solar Age. We are in space. So you guys were in the elevator. Did you bring any of the weapons with you from upstairs? I have forgotten.
I imagine I brought the gun I picked up.
Ditto that. Besides,
I am a hand bear.
I think we ended last episode with us, standing in the elevator all badass, loading our weapons and getting ready to kick some ass when we bust out.
I was talking about Dr.
Up.
Parsnip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Io was talking about her cat.
And how much I miss her.
I was trying to retcon some badassness, but, whatever.
Loving your cat is badass.
We have a cannon. We found a cannon in the elevator, right? That happened.
It's just like an old pirate cannon.
Yeah.
Like an actual black powder cannon,
We'll be able to fire it once and then
Musket.
take 2 hours to clean it out and then fire it
a
again.
front-loading
Reload.
musket, a packing rod, and just a barrel of black powder.
So from the elevator, you guys do not have access to the R&D floor. The nearest would probably be the ground floor. The R&D level is below that. So I believe you guys were heading to the atrium.
Oh, that's pleasant.
Hey, does this place have security cameras?
Yes.
I'm a teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
Is it too late? Am I already on the CTT? What's it called?
CCTV?
Am I already on that from the guy's office?
Yes.
Fuck. I didn't even get to roll a luck roll. What is that bullshit?
How would you not be
Okay.
on the camera?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. For all I know, that guy has, liaisons up there a lot with, professional worker people, and he doesn't want it recorded.
I was assuming that he may not have the cameras on in the office, but there is one in the elevator.
Alright, too late.
Unless you could do a Gale's check to hide behind Bo. Or Io.
I was just wondering if we wanted to keep the fact that I'm a walking, talking teddy bear a secret.
We've already told a couple people, let's be honest.
Yeah, the cover's
That's
blown.
true. The elevator doors pop open, and the atrium looks entirely the same way it did when you guys arrived that morning. It's just a large open space. There's a water feature. There's a little river that kind of goes through with a bridge. It's an indoor river. It's very fancy looking. The two guards that are usually at the security desk are not currently there. And the receptionist dude at the front is just every couple of seconds is kind of leaning over and turning the muzak up a little bit because there are some loud thumps coming from the basement level. There are also, actually, let's have everybody make a luck check.
I got a Gale.
I got Brooks.
I got a weave.
So there is one security drone, like, flying around the lobby, which as soon as it sees you guys and sees that you are armed, starts honing in on you.
What was going to happen if we didn't pass the luck check?
There would be more security drones.
So what's the area we're in is pretty much empty except for the guy at the desk.
There's like a desk. There's those kiosks that you could use to buy like extra solar gear. There's like one or two people kind of off in the distance, kind of entering and exiting the building. But it's a large like glass open space.
I mean, at this point, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the drone down.
Make your attack check roll.
2.
2 is sufficient. I didn't actually have a pull a card out for that. It is, for the record, an armed drone, and it was coming aggressively as a drone can approach.
It had angry eyes.
Yeah, I just shoot it very, very nonchalantly because I can do that.
I will say, because Jane got a weave, what it does is, Bo, you shoot, you sort of just raise up, you shoot, you mostly disable it, and it kind of limps through the air back to the access tunnel in the wall. There's like a panel that kind of opens up, and it actually gets stuck in there, with jamming the thing open.
What is the fact that I got a weave? Is that extra good?
Yeah.
That was good, yeah.
Oh.
It meant that we only had to deal with one drone as opposed to...
That's like lucky luck.
Meant that you only have to deal with one drone, and now it's jammed in a access tunnel that is about the size and shape of a teddy bear.
I just didn't realize there was a third level to the hierarchy. I thought it was bad or less bad. I didn't realize that there was slightly better than less bad.
For the most part, whenever one of you guys got a weave, I think you guys browbeat me into it last time. Not really.
Hey, Mr. MC.
Yes.
Were you trying to make it obvious that the opening was Jane-sized?
Did I say that? I have no memory of this
conversation. You said it was teddy bear-sized.
He said about teddy bear-sized.
I think that means Jane can fit through it.
I'm just giving you options. The other way down is you could conceivably try to do something to the elevator to break it, like go down there. There are also fire doors that one could attempt to bust through, because you are trying to get into the R&D level.
What would happen?
You could also just bail.
Say, if I were to threaten the guy at the desk.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just going to storm out of the elevator and head straight for the desk with the gun drawn and pointed at his head, and ask that he nicely let us down to, the next level.
He puts his hands up in the air and he goes, Don't shoot, I have a family. I don't have a family. I also don't have access to the R&D level. You have to get someone from senior management.
Well, that's going to suck for you, isn't it?
Didn't we just kill somebody from senior management?
Yes.
This is Perry. Let me specify. Perry's voice, not Jane's voice.
You guys did not specify that you brought anything with you, though.
Alright, why don't we fit me down the little teddy bear slot?
I'm still holding my gun to whatever that guy's job title is, receptionist, secretary, desk guy. I still have my gun to his head.
Okay.
And Jane goes over to the, what was it? The entrance?
Drone access tunnel?
The drone access tunnel, and I look down it.
Okay, it's actually kind of high up on the wall. It's probably 5 or 6 feet in the air.
Okay, I Jackie Chan my way up the wall with a running start.
Let's do a Gales check for that, then.
I'm just going to watch bemusedly at teddy bear parkour, then.
You don't want to fastball special it?
She's trying on her own.
3.
I was going to make it a 2, so that's more than successful. But yeah, with the grace of a Jackie Chan film that you saw once in the archives.
Which one was it? Rumble in the Bronx? Fort Condor?
My favorite.
Who Am I?
It was the Tuxedo.
Aww.
It's the only one that survived.
That's a shame.
Which actually is kind of a shame now that I say that aloud.
At least it wasn't rush hour.
That's fair. Yeah, you guys, you managed to just kind of scramble up and into the tunnel. You kind of grab onto the like busted drone and like yank yourself in, and it's basically just like a tunnel, and then there's left, right, up, down. There's like, you know, access shafts going in all directions.
Going down into the lower level, is there an elevator for that?
In the access tunnel, no, because drones can fly.
I'm wondering, so I can get down. What the fuck am I gonna do about Bo and Io?
We can try to figure that out with my new friend, or just take the stairs.
I'm gonna go over to the kiosks and try and use up the rest of my extra solar bucks.
All right, I'll
just
go
get a bunch of
downstairs.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'll crawl through the ducts and try to get downstairs. Clang, clang,
All
clang,
right.
clang, 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 clang.
Yes, the vertical ducts are just straight up and down.
Huh, imagine that.
What a dick.
It's been a long day. I built furniture. So how are you gonna traverse those?
I'm gonna spider crawl down.
Okay. Do another Gales check. I will only make it level 1, though.
As she goes tumbling down.
We just hear boom, 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 boom.
Breaks her little teddy face.
It's like a laundry chute.
Stuffing is popping out.
Jesus. 3. Well,
All right.
1 and 2 weaves.
Yeah. Yeah, you managed to just sort of spider climb down. It doesn't take you much time at all. It's pretty quick. You let gravity do some of the work, but you managed to control your descent. And you are now on the lowest level of the building, the basement floor. It's about 10 feet below where you were. And you crawl through to the other end of the access tunnel. And just because you've been successful so far, I'll just kind of let you, like, you know, you managed to sort of paw the gate open and sort of peer out. And you can see this sort of large floor. It's like an old mine that has been repurposed into an R&D lab. So there's a lot of, like, unfinished rock walls. And then there's just like a concrete floor with workbenches and stuff, and hiding behind a couple of those workbenches you see Harlan and Samir, and hiding behind some of the other workbenches you see half dozen or so guards, of which 2 are on the ground out.
So 6 minus 2.
That's 4.
It's 4.
Yes.
Do I see an elevator?
The elevator shaft that you guys were in continues down to the ground floor. You guys just didn't have clearance.
So what I'm wondering is, can I call the elevator down and then pretend to make it go to the first floor, and when the doors open, they can get in? Or do I need access to also get off this floor? How good is their security?
Make a luck check.
Did they hire... Cut that out.
Yeah, we should probably not say the name of the people I work for.
Cut that out. Did they hire...
Swordfish.
Beep! Swordfish to check their security. Did they hire Neil Caffrey? I got rocks.
You got a rock. Okay, yeah. And after you like sort of look at the panel, I'm gonna assume you just kind of hopped down and wandered over. The guards don't seem to pay too much mind to you because they
The
seem
teddy
pretty
bear
distracted.
falling out of the ceiling? Why should they?
They're busy because they keep having, you know, Samir like reaching over and just launching lightning at their heads. No, it looks like the like if you press the button, the elevator would just come down. It doesn't appear like there's any check to get down to like prevent it for somebody who's not authorized from getting down.
Alright, I don't have a comm anymore.
Yes, you do.
But I
You
jump
grabbed
up and I
one
hit the
last
button.
episode, I believe.
No, I tried to give her my comm,
From
but she
where?
said no, because that would be pointless because we're all together.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't want Io to be without
Yeah.
her comm. You're more useful, maybe, than a teddy bear.
I mean, you're a pretty badass
You have
teddy bear.
opposable thumbs and everything. So I call the elevator.
I was gonna say it's not impossible that we could go back a few minutes and say that you grabbed it before you went down.
No!
Okay, it's too late then.
We're sticking to it, Graham.
You summon the elevator.
I summon the elevator. Bing!
Man, summon the elevator sounds way cooler than calling the elevator.
Draw a pentagram. Light a candle.
On
chant
the
loud.
ground floor, Bo and Io, you guys do notice that the down arrow has come on the elevator, and there's a ding noise.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Fucking shit.
What do you mean it's a trap?
And the doors start closing.
No, it didn't go down yet. It has to go down so I can tell it to go up.
Wait, did the elevator come up and open already? I'm confused.
No, now it's going down.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No, he got confused and he's pretending he didn't get confused.
You summoned the elevator. It is now on the ground floor. It is on the ground floor. On the basement floor.
Yeah, but the doors were closed already.
Oh, that's true.
So I have to call the elevator, send it to the first floor, so that the doors will open.
Hey, why don't we start this part over?
At least I've got something
Right?
to
Or
put
do
at
they
the
have to-
end of the episode now.
Or do they have to, if is it open and they have to run in while I pick down?
That's
How
what
do
I was
these elevators
assuming.
work? Oh, okay, well that's a lot faster. Okay, I hit the
It's
down
currently
arrow.
on the ground floor, and that's the thing that will work.
Okay, I hit the down arrow. Bing!
Poe and Io,
You have to-
the door starts, the light on the elevator going down starts blinking, and there's a ding.
I'm so fucking confused. Don't we have to let the elevator go down to Jane?
It's on your
No,
floor.
okay.
But elevator doors don't open on the floor that it's not called on.
So I think what's happening is you and I were imagining there's one elevator that goes down.
Yes.
He's imagining it's the same elevator, but you need an access code in the elevator.
Uh-huh.
So I've called it from the bottom floor.
Uh-huh.
So if you guys get on the elevator that we just got off, it'll go to the bottom floor now because I called it without you dinging a bat.
But how do the doors open?
They were already open because
I was assuming they just sort of stayed open on the ground floor,
In all that time?
because it's the future.
That just doesn't seem possible.
That's how we'll get by
I think
any.
that's complete
It's the
bullshit.
future.
It's so that, people on the ground floor can just walk into the elevator and it'll take them to where they need to go.
So the listeners are aware, this is bullshit.
Okay, the elevator doors are
a
closed.
different elevator. Just make it a different elevator. That's the only way in which this logically works
But
out.
elevators don't open on floors they're not called on.
Like, you guys were in the elevator and
No,
you got off it
so
on the ground floor.
I'm so baffled.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm taking charge of this
shit.
situation.
Okay, please help us out of this.
There are two elevators. One, the only place
If one
it
is
goes
going
to is the
60
R&D
miles per hour.
It's going down.
How many oranges
the-
do I have?
Shut up! It's going down to the R&D floor. So the way to make this work is because that elevator only goes between those 2 points. I will call the elevator down to me, hit the first floor button as if I am going up. It will go up to the first floor and open, and you guys can then enter and come down to the R&D floor.
But you would have to
Yes.
call us down to the R&D floor.
No, because once you get into the R&D elevator,
So we're saying there's a specific elevator for the R&D
I'm
department.
just down. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. In fact, those were my exact words.
Guys,
You
this
are
episode's
correct.
going to be called Elevator Confusion, and I love it.
It's 20 minutes in, and we still...
This is hell.
It's just we're gonna call it the elevator.
This is hell.
Oh, this is going to
Okay.
be so
Is
much
that-
fun to edit.
Does that work? Is everybody
So,
happy with this
sure.
elevator situation?
So the elevator goes down, it opens on Jane's floor.
I walk in, I hit floor 1, I walk back out of the elevator.
The door closes, the elevator goes up to the atrium, the door opens.
Do we get on that thing, Bo?
Yes.
Okay. Goodbye.
Alright, make a Gales check to clear the atrium, cross the atrium before the doors
Okay.
close. It's just level 1, I don't have any cards.
I got nothing.
I got 3.
Alright, so Bo, you start lagging behind. Did you get a strike, or...?
No, I just didn't. roll any gales.
Okay. So Bo starts lagging behind, and Io, you get through, and you just sort of leap
Hold
just
the
as
door!
the door's closing.
Hold the door!
I'm gonna shove my metal arm on the door.
And it closes on your arm for a second, and then just immediately opens up again, giving Bo time to get in.
Hooray!
So now what? You guys are on the elevator.
We gotta go down.
Oh, are we supposed to pick what floor we're going to? Because we don't have access to that floor.
I hit the down button. I'm downstairs. I hit the down button. I hit it for my floor.
All right.
Ding!
So you guys succeed.
Slightly hysterical. Ding!
And it's about now, after Jane presses the button, that you hear one of the guards go, "Is that a fucking teddy bear?" And turning around.
As the doors open, I want to shoot.
Am I behind them? Like, am I closest to them?
Yes, I'm going to say that Harlan and Samir are sort of at the back of the room. In the middle, there's that row of guards, and then there's you guys. There are also a couple of drones coming in through the access tunnel. So that's the situation. And before that guard has anything, the door opens. Bo and Io, you guys are there too. You are, of course, just standing in an open elevator now.
So we're down there now.
We took the elevator down to R&D.
25 minutes into the podcast.
just to confirm, the guards are closer to us. Like, it was as if they came out of the elevator to go after Harlan and Samir.
Yeah, and actually, now that you guys are down there, you notice that there is basically a second elevator that is owned just for security.
Okay.
It's just marked like security elevator.
Can I just start shooting?
You can. I must say, make some attack rolls. Who are you shooting at?
The guards. Like, what's their position?
They're kind of hiding behind some workbenches. Mm-hmm. There are like 3 workbenches. There's like a bunch of different work areas and workbenches on this floor.
Okay.
Harlan and Samir are pinned down at the far end of the room behind a couple. These guys are basically exposed to you guys, but taking cover behind them.
I guess.
And there is like one dude who looks like he's wearing like a captain's uniform, and a couple of other, like 3 other guards in sort of regular outfits. And then there are a couple of drones kind of flying through and sort of taking aim.
I want to shoot the captain.
All right.
Of course you do.
I got a 4.
Of course you do. Damn.
They're crouching behind stuff, but not from our position, right?
Yeah.
Like, the cover is from the other side. You could shoot him
Yes.
right in the butt.
Exactly. I'm going to say with a 4 is technically an epic success, so I will say you do 2 strikes worth of damage to him.
Super duper.
But because he's a captain, he's got 4 strikes.
He's halfway there.
Exactly. So like it basically leaves like a giant gaping hole in his like blast armor.
Oh.
What?
His captain's
Wonderful.
armor, and also his butt.
That's more like it.
So the guy who's started to turn around, he's going to take a shot at you guys. He got a 2. He's going to shoot basically at you guys in the elevator. So I'm going to say both of you dodge.
Is that Gales?
What about me?
Yeah. He's
He
shooting
doesn't
at.
think to shoot at the elevator or at the
He's
teddy bear.
Yeah, he thinks they're the bigger threat right now. You're just weird to him. He doesn't know you very well, I know.
I got a strike.
Oh.
I gotta weave.
All right. So
I shove Io in the way of the shot. Pretty much what happens.
I believe it.
Sounds like.
yeah, that is pretty much. Bo, you sort of basically shove Io and get sort of behind the wall of the elevator. Io, you get clipped, I'm going to say in the leg.
Okay.
And take a strike. You guys had 1 strike from your previous
Yeah.
battle too, by the way. So
Yes.
Io's looking real rough.
You're an asshole, Bo.
It wasn't an intentional shove. It just kind of happened.
It was an instinctive.
I still throw Bo a look.
I deserve it. It's fine.
Jane and Bo, who wants to go next?
Can I like panda roll at somebody's kneecaps? with like
Yeah.
destructive intent.
Is this like Tekken all of a sudden?
I'm gonna go with yes. That'll be a Gales to attack. And I'll say it's the dude who's sort of turned around and is shooting at you guys.
Yeah.
And he got a 1 to dodge, to like withstand it.
What suit is that?
I would call that Gales, sort of athletic. Or acrobatic.
3. Man, that's
Okay.
like all I can roll today. Not that I'm complaining. I keep getting like a bunch of weaves. So 3.
Yeah, so you basically, he's not expecting you, just kind of run across the floor. Pat, 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 pat.
No,
And then-
no. Were you not listening?
And then you panda roll. You get some momentum. You get the panda
fine.
roll.
She
And you sort of-
accept that you're
She's
anime
Sonic the
physics.
Hedgehog buzzsaw rolls.
Yes! Sorry, that was way louder than I meant it to be. I apologize.
Gotta go
And
fast.
then-
Chili dogs. Wow.
Oh god, that cartoon. Anyway, and yeah, you hear like a crunch as you hit his knee. And he sort of is basically down on one knee, and you kind of like sort of roll off behind, or not behind, but like I'm gonna say you can get behind a piece, get behind.
What I'd like to do is, since he's on one knee, is if he's on one knee, like with his chin down, I'd like to just jump into his chin with my titanium head.
That would suck.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Suit.
That'll be stones.
2.
Yeah, he was not expecting it, so yeah,
I'm on fire today.
you
And
do.
you just jinxed it. Your next roll will be garbage.
Yeah, but you've dazed this dude. He's gonna be stunned for a minute or two.
Now I seek cover.
That'll be a third roll at this point.
For fuck's sake.
That'll be a
What
Gales
suit?
though.
That'll be a Gales.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Mike, you were right. I got 1.
Okay, yeah, you do manage to sort of just get behind another desk. The guard kind of screamed out in pain when you hit him though, so that draws the attention of one of the other guards, who is going to sort of spin around and take another shot towards you guys. He's going to shoot at Jane because Jane attacked. And he got a 2. You're behind cover. I would say Gale's +1 dice because you're behind cover.
Okay. 3.
Okay, yeah. you
Sorry,
managed-
guys. I kept rolling weaves, but I hadn't even finished my first roll yet, and it was confusing.
Not to brag.
Right. So he actually, he sort of saw where you went and took aim and started shooting at the desk. And basically, you narrowly avoid getting hit as, a bolt of, a laser bolt just kind of sears through the desk, narrowly avoiding one of your ears. So you're fine.
Zoinks. She says it just like that.
I believe it's Bo. You're up next.
I'm going to lob a fireball at the captain.
I'm going to say the captain and another dude are pretty close together, although your fireballs are fairly small, I'm imagining.
I imagine they're the size of a baseball. Yeah.
Okay.
I just think of Mario.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're Mario, basically. So he's going to attempt to dodge. He got a
I'm
2.
the Bob Hoskins version of Mario, though, from the movie.
I think we were using flames for your fireball roll, because it was your
Yeah.
your mutant power.
That makes sense.
But you're getting 4. He got a 2 to dodge.
And I just struck out. I fizzled.
Oh, you sort of form this fireball and you start to throw it, and then you sort of have this moment of holy shit, I'm holding a fireball, and it burns your hand.
Wonderful.
I will say that because I gave Jane an opportunity to get behind cover, I will give both Io and Bo an opportunity to get behind some cover.
I would like to do that.
If you guys want. Yeah.
I got 1.
This is
Okay, so you-
sorry.
You find there's a desk chair nearby, You kind of tuck and roll slightly awkwardly and kind of cower behind. It's a metal desk chair though, so it's got some protection. Io?
What is this roll?
This is Gale's.
I got 4, so I get like super duper cover.
Shit, yeah. So despite your leg injury, you sort of use the adrenaline from that and you like do like a much more elegant tuck and roll. And you just sort of roll behind like a really hefty metal like workbench.
This is where like my training kicks in.
It's like a workbench where they're like developing iron plates for equipment and stuff. So it's like super good. And yeah, your training kind of kicked in and you identified that as the good spot to go. I'm going to have Samir make a lightning attack. And he actually winds up zapping himself.
Oh no.
This is going poorly for some of us.
For some of you. I should probably have a piece of paper to keep track of who's got what.
This episode's going to end with me unconscious again. I'm just going to say it right now.
I mean,
But
I might get knocked out.
And on that note, one of the guards is going to, I think, take a shot at Io, because you were the last person to move.
Okay.
He got 1. It's going to be Gale's. You also get a bonus from being behind cover. That's the captain is taking a shot at you.
Asshole. I got 1.
I think he actually gets you. You're out.
Son of a bitch.
Have we taken down any of the guards yet, or are there still fully 4?
No, the captain I got down to 2, I think.
Yeah.
I hope you have a Deus Ex Machina in place.
We'll see. Who wants to go? Which of you guys wants to go next?
I guess I'll go next.
Just remember who saved you all those times, Bo.
I know. So rather than attempt fucking fireballs against it, that failed me so badly last time, I'm going to take out the laser pistol. Pistol? That's the right word. I don't know why
Yes.
I thought it wasn't. I feel like I just pronounced it funny. Like, I was thinking flower pistol stamen.
I was about to say it's a laser stamen.
Yeah. But I'm going to take a shot at the captain with my gun rather than a fireball.
Okay.
3.
He got a strike. You hit him and he also hits his head.
Hooray! Something
Or
good.
rather, you hit him and like he sort of falls backwards and hits his head and is knocked out.
Wonderful.
So you still have 3 guards and the 2 drones. I think at this point Harlan is going to... He's actually got a grenade on him.
This could end very poorly.
He's going to throw it at the guards. There's some distance between all of you guys.
I hope so.
This is a space grenade. It can distinguish between friend and foe.
It's a future grenade. He programmed you guys in. He got a 3 to hit, and I'm going to make basically Gale's checks for everybody. So yeah, he hits the 3 guards, all 3 of them. So there's like a small explosion between where the guards are, and
Deus Ex
one of them goes
Machina!
down.
It was a grenade.
Grenade ex machina.
Or as I like to say, a grenade.
One of the guards is going to turn around and shoot at Harlan, and he misses. Still dazed from the grenade. Who wants to go next? Bo went, so it's Jane or Io.
I'm knocked
I'm
out.
sorry, Io's.
Unconscious.
Ao's
So it's
unconscious.
Jane.
So it's me. They're all still standing.
2 of the captain and the guard are both. One of the guards are down. The other 2 are still up, and the drones are still flying around.
Jane,
The
you
captain
have
is-
1 strike or 2?
I have 1.
Okay.
The captain
Yep.
is down.
Captain is down.
Okay, I'm gonna jump on the. I'm gonna climb the nearest guard, like Winnie the Pooh on crack cocaine, trying to get to his honey, so that I can like cover his face a little bit. This is what I'm gonna attempt to do. I'm gonna try to jump out from behind my cover and like climb this guy and headbutt him with my teddy bear head
Oh god.
Okay.
and attempt to break
Make-
his nose.
That's gonna be Gale's. I realized I'm basically letting you guys use your focus suit for attacks because it makes sense. You know, you guys would be relatively adept at your fighting.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds like it's going well. And I'm not being sarcastic because you're rolling like 8,000 dice.
I got like
God
4
damn it.
weaves.
Jeez. So that's an epic success. You're welcome to...
I think I got at least 4. Guys, I'm so bad at math. It's not even okay. This is really embarrassing. I can't keep track of what I got plus what I still have
Use
to
your
roll.
fingers.
I was. I should have used the other hand for what I had left, but I have to pick up the dice with that hand.
Fair enough.
You've got an epic success, so go ahead and... You basically climb up him, you headbutt him in the face, and he sort of is staggering backwards, which I think gives you the opportunity to do another attack.
Headbutt him again!
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Second headbutt.
Guys, we went over this last episode. It doesn't take that much pressure to jam a nose bone into someone's brain. So if you're headbutting him in the face, you can just fucking kill him.
Is that still Gale's?
I was
Or is
going to
it
say,
Stone's
because you
now?
have the epic success, you basically just have enough time to do it twice and knock him out.
Yes! Like I'm headbanging.
So you're basically,
But
yeah, you
destructively.
headbang into his face, and then you kind of ride him down. So the one remaining guard is going to, I think, take a shot at you, Jane. And he got, that's a 3 to hit.
What do I roll to dodge? Or do I just get hit?
You can roll to dodge. So it'd be Gale's again. But you're not currently behind cover, so it's going to be your 4 dice.
Oh, it's... I got 1.
All right,
Fuck.
so yeah, he just kind of shoots directly at you, and like a large patch of your stuffing comes out, and it does kind of graze the like skeleton, causing a little bit of damage to your skeleton.
My
Ow.
bones!
I think one of the drones is going to sort of, it's hovering over by Samir and Harlan, and it's going to take a shot at one of them. It's not very good, so it misses. And Samir is going to try his lightning attack again.
Lightning attack. Lightning attack.
Shit.
Lightning bolt.
So he got a 4 at those guys. And the other guy got 2 to dodge, so I'm gonna also do a luck check. Yeah, his lightning attack just kind of he like launches it at the drone, and it hits the drone, and then it sort of arcs to the next drone, and then arcs down to the guard, and hits all 3 of them. And so the 2 drones both get fried and go down, and the one guard is in really rough shape. Bo, I think you're up.
I'm gonna try and take down the guard that's in really rough shape then.
All right.
And I am shooting at him.
Okay.
Well, I
Or
rolled
her.
3 weaves right off the bat.
Oh shit.
So... But that's it. 3 weaves. 3.
They got 1.
I shoot
So
him in the
yeah.
face!
Shoot him in the shoot her in the face. I'm going with a her.
Ooh.
Well, I still shoot
You
her in the
can't hit a
face.
girl.
Too late.
And she's down. So there are now 4 dead guards, 2 dead drones, and like after a few seconds of like no gunfire, Harlan kind of pokes his head up and goes, "Are they dead?
Yeah.
Are we safe?
Can we get the fuck out?
Yeah. How are
Let's
you
go."
guys?"
Let's hustle. And I like grab Io's unconscious body and sling it over my shoulder.
I run
Alright.
over to the elevator. Pat, 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 pat.
And Harlan and Samir both come out with like a couple of those heat rifles and like just like a couple of random boxes in their arms. They're just like carrying a bunch of shit.
What do you got there?
Yo, if we're going into business, gonna start selling these things. They'll sell like hotcakes. He smirks to himself.
I get like a discount though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah.
Inside myself, I was like, oh my god, they're gun runners. Oh no. And then Bo was like, I get one, right? And I was like, I just remembered who we are.
They also work for a gang called the Triggers, who are gun runners. So yeah, you guys are now all in the elevator. Io, you are still unconscious, I'm afraid.
That's okay.
Vivaldi's Four Seasons plays on the intercom.
And
As we're going up, I turn to Harlan. I'm like, "Oh, so Antoine's totally dead? Just, FYI. At least I'm pretty sure. I swear to Christ, if in like 3 weeks, if fucking Robo Columbo comes after us, I'm gonna be so pissed."
he laughs and he goes, "I'm pretty sure even if there is a Robo Columbo out there, like, in a few weeks' time, he'll probably have bigger problems involving the Jovian court system. If you guys got the info that you needed to get."
That's a fine point. Well then, I guess I'm not that worried.
Samir is talking on the phone and just kind of shouting, like, through the comms, and just shouting to, like, an open channel to, like, everybody and RC, just like, "RC, get the van ready, we're coming in hot."
We gotta go! We gotta go!
We gotta get the fuck... Pack your shit! Pack your shit!
Where's the van? The van's supposed to be here!
And as you guys hit the atrium level, there are, like... You guys get a few seconds head start before the security elevator opens up and a couple more guards come out and more security drones start coming through. So let's have everybody do Gales checks.
Would that exclude me?
Yes.
Fuck. I got a strike.
I got 3.
All right. Damn. So despite carrying Io's weight, Bo, you just kind of book it, and you're out there first.
That's what friendship is.
That's right.
Samir and Harlan are kind of bringing up the rear, and then Jane, you
Eat shit.
I was gonna say you like look over your shoulder, and that's when you run directly into the security desk.
Oh no.
Into the desk!
Yep.
Fine. I accept your public humiliation. I'm unconscious, by the way.
You are now unconscious, yes.
Ugh.
It's sort of the opposite of what happens when Bo gets knocked out.
Yeah, really it is.
Is this what I've been doing to people? I feel really bad about this now. Jesus.
Does anyone pick Jane up?
Like,
I end
I'm
up in,
already
someone's
carrying
curio
you.
closet.
Oh god. No, I'm not going to do what I thought I was going to do, because I'd probably break my feet. I was going to say, I start dribbling Jane like a soccer ball down the hallway. But she actually weighs quite a bit and is made of titanium, so that probably won't work.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say that Harlan and Samir are kind of they kind of notice Jane like there and then suddenly not, and that's when both of them turn. Samir hucks out his lightning and just completely misses, but that's totally fine because Harlan Harlan ducks down, grabs Jane, and like swings her up over his shoulder. Like, they're both carrying boxes, kind of hucks her into the box and keeps running.
I would just like to say that the sound my head made when I ran into the security desk was like when you ring a Tibetan singing bowl and it just it's like bang, and it just goes forever, like it's still humming as he like chucks me into the box.
That's what originally attracted his attention. And yeah, like, Samir just throws this lightning ball at the guards, which basically stuns them for a second to distract them long enough. Like, not stuns, but, like, surprises them. Even though it doesn't hit any of them, and then he continues to book it. And yeah, he manages to also escape. There's, like, this sort of box truck looking thing. I'm gonna say all the cars in the future are hover cars, but there's, like, a hover box truck. Hover van that RC's kind of in the side window, just like, or the side door just kind of opened and like waving you guys in, and you manage to throw in and then, or like all pile in without any trouble, and that's when you notice that there's somebody else in the driver's seat who previously wasn't here. And as like she starts to drive the car away, she kind of like half turns her head over, like still keeping one eye on the road, and just starts shouting at Harlan about the fact that like their wedding is only a couple of weeks away,
yes!
And he decided to get involved in this shit.
Ball and chain.
And she's like, I went around to your apartment because I had some samples that we needed to look at. I needed your approval
on your desk.
Sorry.
I have so many swatches.
I have so many swatches that I needed your help with, and I found Sherilyn there, and she was confused, and unlike you and me, who've been trained to deal with torture, she folded like a sack of cards, and then I had to buy her ice cream before I could come out to get you guys. And here you guys are, and now we've got 2 drones chasing after our van.
Can I shoot at the drones?
You can duck out the window and shoot at the drones, yes.
Okay.
I'm just rattling around in a box.
I got 2.
One of the drones just kind of falls out of the sky, and her name is Tana, and she kind of like, although you know this from because it's on the invite.
Yeah.
And she like sort of goes, great, that's 1 down. Somebody get the other one? Do you want to let somebody else go for it, or do you want to go for it?
I'll let someone else try for it.
Yeah, Harlan sticks his head out with his gun.
He
and
better not
shoots.
miss. She might kill him.
He gets it, but like only just. He manages to basically clip it on one of the like propulsion systems, and it sort of slowly goes down to the ground and skitters to a stop. And then there's a few more minutes of like tense driving as you guys keep speeding up. You eventually find the safe house. It's like in Grand Theft Auto where like the garage door is open and you guys pull in and then it closes behind you. Tana has like basically like calmed down, is no longer yelling and screaming at Harlan, and is just like, you know, just kind of turns around to the rest of you guys and goes, all right, so what has my idiot fiance gotten you guys into?
I look at my 2 unconscious allies. To be fair, you know, it wasn't just him. I mean, sure, he started the whole thing, but, you know, we decided to go along with it, you know? You can't just put it all on him. Anyways, we killed the CEO of Extra Solar Energy, and
Harlan's kind of like shoves the box forward and it's like, we stole a bunch of their secret tech too, the like shit that they don't put on their like company prospectus, stuff they've been selling under the table, which, you know, we can now start selling under the table. And then he kind of looks at her and like looks at you guys for a second and realizes like he hasn't introduced any of you, and he goes, so that unconscious one over there, that's Io. That unconscious teddy bear is actually a person, and her name is Jane. And this is my old friend Bo. We used to run in the triggers together like way back when. And she actually does a double take when she looks at you, Bo, but then goes, it's nice to meet you, and like shakes your hand. And you recognize her. We're going to go into a flashback.
Ooh.
oh shit.
You recognize her from, like, it was one of your early jobs, like, many years ago when you first started with the triggers. The first one that, like, you and Harlan had really been given, like, some responsibility. You were basically just buying some guns off a dude from Triton in, like, an old, like, extra solar warehouse that was not currently being used. And so the job was simple. You had the cash, he had the guns, and you guys were basically just waiting there for a few minutes, and then just a couple of minutes before the like guy was supposed to arrive, you radio out to your spotter, and there's no response. And Harlan goes, "Oh, you know Stravinsky. He's the weakest bladder in the Seven Kingdoms. He's probably just taking a lake, you know."
Yeah, well, you know, it's kind of not the most opportune time for that to be happening.
And just as you finish saying that, the, like, contact that you have is just a guy in, like, a, you know, tracksuit with, like, a couple of crates on, like, a, like, loader bot.
Is this where Bo gets his love for tracksuits?
I don't wear tracksuits, god damn it.
I'm sorry, I thought you did.
Leisure suits.
Oh, my
Big
mistake.
difference.
My mistake.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't do the art yet.
Basically, as the guy's starting to come with the 2, like, they're basically just robots with pallets of boxes, like, crates on them. And then there's gunfire.
Motherfucker.
That guy is the first guy to go down. Harlan kind of gets clipped, but is okay. And you have, like, a series of gunshots. I'm probably not gonna make you do any rolls because this is in the past. But any flavor you want to add to this gunfight?
No, it's pretty much standard. Just like, I found some cover and a lot of back and forth pew pew. That's all.
So after a while, there are like a couple of sources of gunfire that you manage to take out, and like somebody comes around behind you, and she is taking aim, and then her gun just clicks. It just jams. And now you've got her dead to rights, and she's looking at you like dead in the eye, and she says something to you that makes you not kill her. What did you say? This is why I asked this like a couple weeks ago.
Too bad I totally forgot that you asked me that.
Or what did she do, or have you seen her before maybe?
No, I don't think so. I think this is just one of those rare moments where I just decided not to kill someone.
She does say,
she
like...
has the gun aimed at me.
Yeah.
And, like, I've got my eyes closed because I fully expect to just be fucking shot in the head and killed. And I hear it click, and I open one eye, and then I take out my revolver, and I aim it at her, and I attempt to fire, but that also clicks. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So what are we gonna do about this?
Well, we could fight, or
God,
we could just go our separate ways.
I know this is not the type of thing I should be saying in this sort of situation, but I am so exhausted, and you could probably kick my ass. So why don't we just go our separate ways, and, just kind of forget this whole... I'm still taking the guns, don't get me wrong, but we're just gonna forget that this little situation ever happened.
She kind of looks a little weird at you, and then goes, well, my kid thanks you. Someday I'll find a way to repay this. It'll probably come from the rest, it'll probably look like the gadflies do something to help, but it'll be me. And then she kind of disappears into the shadows. The gadflies being the name of the rival gang. So yeah, she is clearly never told anybody about that moment. And it is now back in the present. You guys have got like a couple of medics are actually like patching you up, and RC's actually like taking a look at Jane and trying to like figure out how to reboot Jane.
My little teddy bear limbs are like twitching. Like,
I'll say for the purposes of this, like a little bit of time has passed and you guys are both like conscious again. Like, Io, you find yourself on this like really gross like medical bed that looks like it had been basically brought from Earth like 1,000 years ago.
As RC's working on Jane, I'm like leaning over his shoulder. I'm like, hey, can you set her default language to Russian? Is that a thing you can do?
They look up at you and go, does anybody speak Russian anymore?
No, it's like Latin.
This is some pretty incredible work. I don't honestly know. I feel like I'd be kind of like interrupting, like messing with a piece of art or something if I really tried to play with this too much. But I can try and see if I can figure out what the language settings are. And starts like tapping away at their terminal.
Awesome.
Jane gets a cool new accent. Good luck, Perry.
this is the... I finally get to use the only accent I can kinda sorta do. Except not really. Apologies to literally anybody who's even looked at Russia on a map.
And Harlan and Tana seem to have like calmed their feud down. And I will just, reiterate that she used to work for the rival gang and is now marrying like basically the dude who's the number 2.
Star-crossed lovers. 2 ships passing in the night.
The reason I was bringing that up, I guess I'll just say it, is like she does make a passing reference while she was arguing with him about the fact that like it's an alliance marriage, like to kind of bring those 2 gangs together, but you do also get the impression that they kind of like each other. Now that everybody's awake again, who wants to do something?
Sorry, I was getting readjusted now that I'm awake and back in the world of the living.
So yeah, you come to...
I would like to go back to my books now, please.
Do you hear yourself?
I'm trying not to be honest.
Is what
Uh,
what happened to Jane?
Bitch,
oh, so after you got knocked out,
That didn't happen.
Jane got knocked out.
I believe
and,
that.
You know, we had to, you know, reboot, reset her. So while RC was in there, I had them, you know, fiddle around with the dialect.
I have a sudden hankering for vodka.
Bo,
Yes.
just remember how creepy and weird Jane is. Would you want her to fiddle around with your insides?
I just wanted to turn the creepy up to 11, because think of all the weird shit she says, and now she's going to do it in a Russian accent.
In a teddy bear shell?
Exactly.
Wordlessly, RC just hands Jane a bottle of vodka.
How do you say thank you in Russian? Anybody know?
Spasibo? I think so.
Cousin, let's go bowling.
It is. It's spasibo. All right, back to the podcast. I take the vodka bottle. Spasibo.
RC nods, because I don't know how to say you're welcome in Russian. RC says you're welcome in Russian.
That's how you get out of that.
This is never going to be normal, is it?
Nope.
What happened?
There's a surprising lack of dead people in this car.
So, you were indisposed, so we took out the rest of the guards, and then we got the hell out of Dodge. Seriously, that's basically all that happened.
Well, that's uneventful.
I know. Do you want me to go into all of my heroic exploits? Is that what you want to hear?
Did you actually have any?
A few.
Yeah.
But the best part of the entire thing was Jane running headfirst into a desk and knocking herself out.
I mean, I'm just disappointed I missed that.
I have no memory of this.
Well, you ran into the desk pretty hard.
I only have their word.
Anyway, I guess we're kind of done with all this. Like, we got what we wanted to. We got our information.
You got your revenge?
I got my revenge. I'm pretty sure that with all the info that we got from Mr. Columbo's office, extra solar energy is going to be in some fairly deep shit once that gets out.
Can I pull the ring out that I have that I stole from Antoine?
Yeah.
Like, what is the deal with these rings?
The panic buttons.
Yeah, but like, this is a common occurrence among the people we run into.
'Cause we're running into some fairly important people who have their own security forces.
Hargan, Antoine.
Yeah.
I guess it's just trash, right?
I guess. I mean, it looks fairly swanky. Maybe you want to hold on to it.
Can I give it to RC?
Yeah. RC kind of looks at it and goes, "Oh, this is pretty neat. Where'd you get it?"
I took it from Antoine.
"Oh, cool." Kind of like starts fiddling with it and like opening up like a little access hatch to like hook it up to their terminal and starts like tapping away and goes,
The teeniest, tiniest screwdriver.
"The teeniest, tiniest USB cable." And just kind of looks at it and goes, "Yeah, standard panic button."
Interesting. Well, it's yours now.
Cool. I want to reprogram it to make it do something cool.
Should we not give it to Bo? He panics a lot.
Maybe that's a good idea, Jane. I like that.
You guys are jerks.
I am only trying to help.
I'm just happy you finally pulled your weight.
There's a small, trade guild-owned lab on a tiny asteroid in the belt. where Dr. Ada Stinnett continues his research. He is happier now, better fed and better kempt, but he still retains the wild glint in his eyes from his many months in solitude as the only guardian of the thing he feared most. He's no longer alone. There are a handful of other researchers here in this lab. They are very cautiously probing the sample that came with him, that he brought, he tells himself now. They listen to him, heed his warnings. They only conduct tests that he approves per his agreement with his new management. He fiddles with his watch, a gift new and unfamiliar on his wrist, and leans over to speak into a microphone when the sounds of laser fire interrupt him. An alarm starts to sound, and he immediately looks to the all-important cylinder through a window in the next lab. It's intact still, and the purple mass continues to float in stasis. The door opened behind him, and he sees a hooded figure wearing a cloak coming in from the corridor outside. It's a faded gray, the color of an artificial storm cloud, but spattered with blood on the lower hem. The man says nothing, but raises a pistol and fires into Stinnett's chest, and that's when he loses consciousness. Adis briefly opens his eyes, some indeterminate amount of time later. The man in the storm gray cloak is gone. His eyes flick to where the canister sits, or sat. It is also gone. His vision goes dark.
Me again, barging in to the end of the episode to say thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed yourself, you can let us know by rate, reviewing, and subscribing. You can also check us out on Facebook at The Roll Less Taken, Instagram at The Roll Less Taken, or Twitter at Roll Less Taken, minus the, and roll is spelled R-O-L-E. I also want to take a minute to thank the band E57 for the use of their song Stroke, which is off their album Heavy Seas and Smashing Skies. You can find their music on iTunes, Spotify, and most music platforms. Toodaloo!
And now you know it's eating at my soul. And now you know I'm just doing what I'm told.
That's it, even though we spent 20 minutes figuring out the fucking elevator.
You were standing out in the open initially, and somebody started shooting at you.
It's the scene from the Boondock Saints where... No, we're not doing that. But
You're on a
no,
rope,
I
you're
see.
upside down.
there was a firefight!
Oh boy. Jets versus the Sharks.
That's so off.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say Das Vidania, but that is not.
We can do
Hold
do a
on.
quick Google,
Let me
yeah.
Google it. Do a quick Google. Thank you in Russian. Come on, Google, get your shit together. It gave me acrylic. Okay, videos.
Cyrillic?
Cyrillic. Fucking shit! Alright, everybody be quiet for a second while I listen to what the hell this lady says. It's a fucking ad. Hold on.
I mean, everything I learned about Eastern European accents I learned from Grand Theft Auto 4, so...
I learned it from my mechanic whose name was Eugene, who left me the best voicemail messages. Alright, let's see what she says. Is it?